Calendar for the day. The first file on the calendar for the day is Senate File 4073. The clerk will report the bill.
Senate File number 4073, number 1 on the calendar for the day, an act relating to the environment, the second engrossment.
There are no amendments at the desk. The clerk will give the bill its third reading.
Third reading, Senate File number 4073.
Third reading. Discussion to the bill. I recognize the author, the member from Ramsey, Representative Wozlowick, to the bill.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members, Senate File 4073 is a ban of the chemical trichloroethylene, otherwise known as TCE. This chemical has long been used for degreasing and cleaning metal parts in factories. TCE was classified as a human carcinogen by the EPA in 2011. Inhaling high concentrations of this chemical has been linked to kidney cancer, liver cancer, lymphoma, and other cancers. TCE exposure can also impact the immune and central nervous systems and can cause cardiac defects, renal disease, scleroderma, low birth weight, miscarriage, birth defects, and neurological effects. The EPA was actually on track to discuss a TCE ban in 2016 because of the toxicity of this chemical, but when the new administration came in 2017, that plan was scrapped. Early in the legislative session last year, we found out that a company in my district called Water Gremlin had been emitting higher than permitted levels of this toxic chemical into the air in a residential area since at least 2002. Their facility emitted more than 100 tons of TCE for calendar year 2018, despite the fact that they were supposed to be emitting under 10 tons per year. While Water Gremlin is no longer using TCE because they signed a stipulation agreement with MPCA, which required them to stop using it, there are still other companies in Minnesota using this chemical. Senate File 4073 would ban the use of TCE in certain processes at companies that have air permits with the MPCA. This bill is a result of countless hours of work and negotiations between the House, Senate, MPCA, Chamber of Commerce, and the White Bear Area Neighborhood Concerned Citizens Group, which is a group that's been really active on this issue since it broke last year. It is a compromise bill that passed the Senate on a vote of 66-1 earlier this session. I want to share a brief statement from the neighborhood group that I mentioned, whose board members have been instrumental in getting this bill to the point where it is today. This is not just a White Bear Area issue. Lawmakers need to recognize that many communities impacted by TCE all around Minnesota. These include St. Louis Park, Edina, Fridley, Minneapolis, Stillwater, Bayport, Lake Elmo, St. Paul, Arden Hills, New Brighton, and Vadnais Heights, to name a few. Banning the use of TCE will have an immediate and positive effect on improving Minnesota's air quality, will prevent future toxic nightmares such as what happened with Water Gremlin, and will set a leadership precedent for the rest of the U.S. to follow. There's arguably never been a more vital time for the state of Minnesota to be a leader and make protecting the health of its citizens a priority. We urge the House of Representatives to vote to move forward with this long overdue ban. I echo the statement there from the neighborhood group. Minnesota has a history of being a leader. Shortly after we became a state, the 1st Minnesota Volunteer Infantry was the first unit raised by the state to fight in the Civil War, and the first regiment from any state offered for national service. Our state's history includes many significant firsts in the fields of medicine, medical devices, transportation, and others. Minnesota can once again be a leader. By passing this bill today, we would be the first state in the nation to ban this toxic chemical. Please join me in voting green on this bill, and let's help ensure that the people of Minnesota will not have their health and well-being endangered by this toxic chemical.
The member from Ramsey, Representative Becker-Finn.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Constituents in my community were also impacted by what happened at Water Gremlin. This isn't the first bill we've passed regarding toxic chemicals, and it certainly won't be the last. Whether it's TCE in the White Bear Lake area, PFAS in the East Metro, dioxins in Cass Lake, lead in Minneapolis, the price we pay for using toxic chemicals is widespread, impacting individual families and entire communities. This bill is an important step because we are saying that some chemicals are just too toxic. The disadvantages outweigh any reasons to continue their use. Members, our environmental protection regulations aren't just roadblocks to be overcome. They play an important role in protecting human health, real people experiencing real harm. Thank you to the community advocates for saying enough and pushing this to where we are today. We're voting yes for you and for the work you've done to protect other Minnesotans in the future. Thank you.
The member from Ramsey, Representative Fisher.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I appreciate the opportunity to address the body on banning TCE and supporting this bill. TCE is a chemical that is recognized by the World Health Organization that has no safe level of exposure. By the work done by the citizens group, they are helping advance the safety, public safety of our local communities. The community that I serve was also impacted by TCE. As we've heard, there have been many other communities impacted. We've also heard that there are many chemicals that are less toxic available for companies to transition to. And I believe the bill we have in front of us helps us balance very well, protecting public health, and at the same time helping assist small businesses to be able to transition off this chemical to other chemicals that are less harmful. I would like to say thank you to the local community for the work that they have done. The White Bear Neighborhood Concerned Citizens Group went above and beyond in helping facilitate and bringing people together, advocating to make sure that public health was being protected in the process. I also want to say thank you to Commissioner Bishop for the work that she did in helping facilitate and working with Senator Chamberlain to make sure that we had a bipartisan bill coming out that protected public health and helped out small businesses. I urge everyone to vote green on this bill. Thank you.
Further discussion to Senate File 4073. Representative Wozlowick.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I would also like to echo what my colleagues have said. I really want to thank the neighborhood group that's been working really hard on this. It is their efforts that have got us to where we are today. We as legislators can put in some of the work, but it really takes their motivated work on this issue and their dedication, and the countless hours they've put in have really gotten us to a good point where we have a strong TCE ban bill that not only protects public health, but also helps business community be able to transition off the chemicals. So thank you, members, for taking some time to listen, and please vote green.
Hearing no further discussion, the clerk will take the roll on Senate File 4073.
Acom.
Acom, aye.
Acom, aye. Albright.
Albright, aye.
Albright, aye. Anderson. Anderson, aye. Backer.
Backer, aye.
Backer, aye. Bonner.
Bonner, aye.
Bonner, aye. Barr. Barr, no. Baker. Baker, aye. Becker, Finn. Becker, Finn, aye. Bennett.
Bennett, aye.
Bennett, aye. Bernardi.
Bernardi, aye.
Bernardi, aye. Bierman.
Bierman, aye.
Bierman, aye. Bow.
Bow, aye.
Bow, aye. Brand. Brand, aye. Cantrell.
Cantrell, aye.
Cantrell, aye. Carlson, A.
Carlson, A, aye.
Carlson, A, aye. Carlson, L.
Carlson, L, aye.
Carlson, L, aye. Christensen.
Christensen, aye.
Christensen, aye. Claflin.
Claflin, aye.
Claflin, aye. Considine.
Considine, aye.
Considine, aye. Daniels.
Daniels, aye.
Daniels, aye. Doubt. Doubt, no. Davids. Davids, aye. Davney.
Dabney, aye.
Davney, aye. Dean.
Dean, aye.
Dean, aye. Damath.
Damath, aye.
Damath, aye. Detmer.
Aye. Detmer, aye.
Detmer, aye. Drazkowski.
Drazkowski, no.
Drazkowski, no. Eklund.
Eklund, aye.
Eklund, aye. Edelson.
Edelson, aye.
Edelson, aye. Elkins.
Elkins, aye.
Elkins, aye. Erickson.
Erickson, aye.
Erickson, aye. Fabian.
Fabian, aye.
Fabian, aye. Fisher.
Fisher, aye.
Fisher, aye. Franson.
Franson, aye.
Franson, aye. Freiberg.
Freiberg, yes.
Freiberg, aye. Garofalo. Garofalo, aye. Gomez.
Gomez, aye.
Gomez, aye. Green. Green, no. Grossel.
Grossel, aye.
Grossel, aye. Gruenhagen. Gruenhagen, no. Gunther.
Gunther, aye.
Gunther, I. Haley.
Haley, I.
Haley, I. Halverson.
Halverson, I.
Halverson, I. Hamilton.
Hamilton, aye.
Hamilton, I. Hanson.
Hanson, aye.
Hanson, I. Hassan.
Hassan, I.
Hassan, I. Hausman.
Hausman, I.
Hausman, I. Heinrich.
Heinrich, no.
Heinrich, no. Heinzman. Heinzman, I. Her.
Her, I.
Her, I. Hertos.
Furtas, no.
Hertos, no. Hornstein.
Hornstein, aye.
Hornstein, I. Howard.
Howard, aye.
Howard, I. Hewitt.
Hewitt, aye.
Hewitt, I. Johnson.
Johnson, aye.
Johnson, I. Jordan.
Jordan, I.
Jordan, I. Jurgens.
Jurgens, aye.
Jurgens, I. Keel.
Keel, I.
Keel, I. Cleavorn.
Cleavorn, I.
Cleavorn, I. Cagle.
Kegel, I.
Cagle, I. Katiza Wattoon.
Katiza Wattoon, I.
Katiza Wattoon, I. Kosnick.
Cosmic, aye.
Kosnick, I. Creshaw.
Risha, aye.
Creshaw, I. Kunish Podine.
Kunish Podine, I.
Kunish Podine, I. Lehman.
Lehman, I.
Lehman, I. Lee.
Lee, aye.
Lee, I. Lesh.
Lesh, aye.
Lesh, I. Liebling.
Liebling, I.
Liebling, I. Lean.
Lean, aye.
Lean, I. Lilly.
Lily, I.
Lily, I. Lippert. Lippert, I. Listlegard.
Listlegard, aye.
Listlegard, I. Long.
Long, aye.
Long, I. Lucero.
Lucero, no.
Lucero, no. Lewick.
Lewick, aye.
Lewick, I. Mahoney.
Mahoney, aye.
Mahoney, I. Mann.
Man, I.
Mann, I. Mariani.
Mariani, aye.
Mariani, I. Marquardt.
Marquardt, aye.
Marquardt, I. Mason.
Mason, I.
Mason, I. McDonald.
McDonald, aye.
McDonald, I. Mecklin.
Meckland, nay.
Mecklin, no. Miller.
Miller, no.
Miller, no. Moeller.
Moeller, I.
Moeller, I. Moran.
Moran, I.
Moran, I. Morrison.
Morrison, I.
Morrison, I. Munson.
Munson, no.
Munson, no. Murphy.
Murphy, I.
Murphy, I. Nash.
Nash, no.
Nash, no. Nelson, M.
Nelson, M.
Nelson, M. I. Nelson, N. Nelson, N. I. New. New, no. Nor.
Nor, aye.
Nor, I. Nornis.
Nornis, no.
Nornis, no. Novotny.
Novotny, no.
Novotny, no. O'Driscoll.
O'Driscoll, yes.
O'Driscoll, I. Olson.
Olson, I.
Olson, I. O'Neill.
O'Neill, no.
O'Neill, no. Pulowski.
Pulowski, yes.
Pulowski, I. Purcell.
Purcell, aye.
Purcell, I. Petersburg.
Petersburg, aye.
Petersburg, I. Pearson.
Pearson, aye.
Pearson, I. Pinto.
Pinto, aye.
Pinto, I. Poppy.
Poppy, I.
Poppy, I. Poston.
Poston, aye.
Poston, I. Pryor.
Pryor, I.
Pryor, I. Quam.
Quam, no.
Quam, no. Richardson.
Richardson, I.
Richardson, I. Robbins. Robbins, I. Runbeck.
Runbeck, I.
Runbeck, I. Sandell.
Sandell, aye.
Sandell, I. Sandsted.
Sandsted, I.
Sandsted, I. Sauk.
Polk, aye.
Sauk, I. Schumacher.
Schumacher, aye.
Schumacher, I. Schultz.
Schultz, I.
Schultz, I. Scott.
Scott, I.
Scott, I. Stevenson.
Stevenson, I.
Stevenson, I. Sundin.
Sundin, I.
Sundin, I. Swazinski.
Swazinski, I.
Swazinski, I. Tabke.
Tabke, I.
Tabke, I. Tice.
Tice, I.
Tice, I. Torkelson.
Torkelson, I.
Torkelson, I. Erdahl.
Erdahl, I.
Erdahl, I. Vang.
Vang, I.
Vang, I. Vogel.
Vogel, I.
Vogel, I. Wagenius.
Wagenius, I.
Wagenius, I. Wozlowick. Wozlowick, I. West.
West, I.
West, I. Winkler. Winkler, I. Wolgamott.
Wolgamott, I.
Wolgamott, I. Zhang Jie.
Zhang J, I.
Zhang Jie, I. Zhang Ti.
Zhang T, I.
Zhang Ti, I. Joachim.
Joachim, I.
Joachim, I. Speaker Hartman. Speaker Hartman, I.
There being 117 ayes and 17 nays, the bill is passed and its title agreed to.